Racism separates, but it never liberates. Hatred generates fear, and fear, once given a foothold, binds, consumes, and imprisons. Nothing is gained from prejudice. No one benefits from racism. Nothing can be more notorious than the calumnies and invectives with which the wisest measures and most virtuous characters of the United States have been pursued and traduced. History teaches that grave threats to liberty often come in times of urgency, when constitutional rights seem too extravagant to endure. As soon as I reach any town, I talk to the shoeshine boys or the barbers or the people in the restaurants, because it's Mr. Joe Dokes who is very close to reality. It was taken for granted that we had to make something of ourselves. Not much was said about it. It was just in the atmosphere of the home. When you hear a lot of stories about Africa, and you get to a place like Kenya and other countries like that, where they think the same way we do, I was happy to find that the schedule of rights that I drew for the Kenyan government was working very well. My father had a flat rule. He believed that every man's house was his castle. He had a flat rule: no man could come in his house without his permission. Surely the fact that a uniformed police officer is wearing his hair below his collar will make him no less identifiable as a policeman. Sometimes history takes things into its own hands. Today's Constitution is a realistic document of freedom only because of several corrective amendments. Those amendments speak to a sense of decency and fairness that I and other blacks cherish. It is important that the strongest pressures against the continuation of segregation, north or south, be continually and constantly manifested. Probably, as much as anything else, this is the key in the elimination of discrimination in the United States. This is a great country, but fortunately for you, it is not perfect. There is much to be done to bring about complete equality. Remove hunger. Bring reality closer to theory and democratic principles. Mere access to the courthouse doors does not by itself assure a proper functioning of the adversary process. Deciding not to decide is, of course, among the most important things done by the Supreme Court. It takes a lot of doing, but it can be done. I never worked hard until I got to the Howard Law School and met Charlie Houston. I saw this man's dedication, his vision, his willingness to sacrifice, and I told myself, you either shape up or ship out. When you are being challenged by a great human being, you know that you can't ship out. We deal here with the right of all of our children, whatever their race, to an equal start in life and to an equal opportunity to reach their full potential as citizens. Those children who have been denied that right in the past deserve better than to see fences thrown up to deny them that right in the future. Our whole constitutional heritage rebels at the thought of giving government the power to control men's minds. What is the quality of your intent? Ending racial discrimination in jury selection can be accomplished only by eliminating peremptory challenges entirely. I have a lifetime appointment and I intend to serve it. I expect to die at 110, shot by a jealous husband. A child born to a black mother in a state like Mississippi has exactly the same rights as a white baby born to the wealthiest person in the United States. It's not true, but I challenge anyone to say it is not a goal worth working for. None of us got where we are solely by pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps. We got here because somebody's a parent, a teacher, an Ivy League crony, or few nuns bent down and helped us pick up our boots. If the First Amendment means anything, it means that a state has no business telling a man, sitting alone in his house, what books he may read or what films he may watch. Each of you, as an individual, must pick your own goals. Listen to others, but do not become a blind follower. Where you see wrong or inequality or injustice, speak out, because this is your country. In recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute. This is your democracy. Make it. Protect it. Pass it on. A man can make what he wants of himself if he truly believes that he must be ready for hard work and many heartbreaks. We can always stick together when we are losing, but tend to find means of breaking up when we're winning. And grace under pressure. I'm the world's original gradualist. I just think 90-odd years is gradual enough. Truth is more than a mental exercise. You do what you think is right and let the law catch up. The process of democracy is one of change. Our laws are not frozen into immutable form, they are constantly in the process of revision in response to the needs of a changing society.